Greetings, warriors. Welcome back to Commitment Chronicles, your ultimate training ground for navigating the complex world of love. Today, we're embarking on an exploration of a topic that's as old as time, but often overlooked: women who use men. Our journey begins with a tale from our fellow warrior, Obi. On a recent date, Obi encountered a woman who proudly introduced her plethora of friends. These friends seemed to have a rather one-sided relationship with her, providing gifts, favors, and attention, while she remained uncommitted and free. Thanks to our training here at Commitment Chronicles, Obi was able to see through her tactics and avoid becoming another pawn in her game. Now, Obi's story isn't unique, and many of you may have found yourselves in similar situations. So let's dive into this intriguing world and uncover the truth about women who use men. Not all women are the same, warriors. Today we meet two types who've made a career out of using men: the mercenary and the queen bee. First up is the mercenary. She's the master of the long con, the one who knows just how to make a man feel like he's the king of the world while she's emptying his pockets. She targets men with social status, financial resources, and the promise of a life of leisure. And here's the catch: she does give her body to her victim, but never her heart. It's all part of the grand illusion, a crucial part of the con. And then we have the queen bee. She's a different breed altogether. She's the one with a swarm of men around her, each providing her with goods and services. But what do they get in return? A peck on the cheek, maybe a warm smile. They're her butler, her banker, her Mr. Fix-It. But a real relationship? Not a chance. The mercenary and the queen bee are experts in manipulation. They know how to play the game, how to keep men on a string. They're charming, alluring, and they know just what to say to keep their victims hooked. But here's what sets them apart. The mercenary offers a form of tangible reciprocity, however hollow and meaningless it may be. She gets intimate with her victim, but once the contract, marriage for instance, is signed, the frequency of intimacy often falls off a cliff. The queen bee, on the other hand, keeps a collection of men at her beck and call, none of whom ever get more than a sliver of her attention. They're happy to be her errand boys, hoping for a chance at a real relationship that will never come. Now, don't get us wrong, not all women are mercenaries or queen bees, far from it. But they do exist, and it's important to be aware of their tactics. Now that we've met the mercenary and the queen bee, let's dive deeper into the world of the queen bee. Welcome to the Hive, warriors. This is where the queen bee reigns supreme. The hive is a complex web of relationships, each carefully woven to serve the queen. You see, the queen bee is the ultimate puppet master, deftly pulling strings to ensure her needs are met. She maintains an army of men, each serving a unique purpose in her life. One could be the bank, always ready to foot the bill. Another may be the handyman, fixing any problem that arises. Yet another could be the emotional support, always there to lend a listening ear. Each man is a pawn, carefully chosen and placed in her intricate game of chess. The queen bee is a master of manipulation, using charm, flirtation, and a dash of vulnerability to keep her hive buzzing. She dangles the carrot of potential romance, always just out of reach, to maintain the loyalty of her subjects. The men in her hive are led to believe they are special, that they have a chance at winning her heart. This false hope is the fuel that keeps the hive running. But it's not all about taking. The queen bee is also an expert at giving just enough attention, just enough affection to keep her subjects hooked. She knows exactly when to throw in a sweet word, a tender touch, a hint of intimacy. These crumbs of affection are enough to keep the men in her hive hopeful, always striving for more, always willing to do her bidding. And so the hive thrives, with the queen bee at the center, surrounded by her loyal subjects, each one believing he is the chosen one, the one who will finally win her heart. But the reality is, in the queen bee's hive, the men are nothing more than worker bees, tirelessly serving their queen, while she reaps the benefits. So that's the life inside the queen bee's hive, but how can you avoid getting stuck in it? Don't worry, warriors, we've got your back. Now let's talk about sidestepping the queen bee's snare. First off, be alert. If she's always at the receiving end of your generosity but never reciprocates, that's your first red flag. A healthy relationship is a two-way street, not a one-way expedition to the land of give, give, give. Secondly, watch out for the damsel in distress act. If she's always in some kind of crisis and needs your help, be cautious. Sure, we all face tough times, but if it's a constant drama, you might just be playing a role in a theater of manipulation. Thirdly, stand your ground. It's okay to say no. If she respects you, she'll understand. If she doesn't, well, there's your answer. Lastly, remember that your worth isn't determined by what you can provide materially. You are more than a wallet or a handyman. You deserve respect and genuine affection. Remember, warriors, it's all about self-respect and standing your ground. And that's it for today's War Story Warriors. We've journeyed through the territories of the mercenary and the queen bee, exposing their tactics and revealing how they operate. We've seen how they use charm and manipulation to ensnare unsuspecting men, offering hollow promises of intimacy while reaping the benefits of their generosity. But remember, knowledge is power, and with these insights, you're better equipped to spot and avoid these traps. Don't forget to share your own tales from the battlefield of love in the comments below. Your experiences could be an invaluable guide for another warrior. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button to ensure you're always ready for the next mission. Next time, we'll be diving into the world of the White Knight, those men who feel compelled to rescue and protect, often at their own expense. Stay strong, warriors. Until next time, keep navigating the minefield of love with courage and wisdom.